Hello guys, so welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I'm going to tell you about your economics project 2. So let's begin. So you have to write the title Public Finance on a colored sheet and you have to use interleave sheet to write your economics project. So the first heading is Public Finance. It's given on page number 294 of your economics textbook, and there you have to write the highlighted portion of public finance, the definition till local levels. Okay, so this is the first definition which you have to write. So then next comes the fiscal policy. Over here it's also given just under it 16.3, and there you have to write the highlighted portion for fiscal policy, the full definition. So next comes the public revenue. It's given on page number 297. You have to write it from income of the government till the government etc. So include some examples also for this. So after this public revenue, you have to write about the public receipts. It's given just under it. You can see it's just after 3 to 4 lines, public receipt, and that also you have to write around 3 to 4 lines. That is, you can write around currency. It's also given on page number 297. So your first part will be covered in writing the 4 definitions. So we are done with it. So next we come on taxes. Meaning of taxes. It's given just next to public receipt, is on page number 297 only. The meaning of taxes over there, the highlighted portion is the taxes definition which you have to write, and after that you have to even write the characteristics of taxes. It will come. Just wait for a second. So after writing the taxes, the definition of taxes, you have to write the characteristics of taxes, and over there you have to write the compulsory contribution, personal obligation, general benefits, and all the taxes which are given. Like over here 4 taxes are given. I mean the characteristics of taxes. You have to write all of them. Not everything you have to write. Write what you think is important. And for the presentation part, however you want to represent, like you want to highlight the word characteristic, or you have to highlight the word meaning of taxes, it's all upon you how you want to present your project. try to finish the taxes definition and the characteristic in one page only. So the way I have done, so we are done with the characteristics. So the next thing is impact and incidence of tax. Okay, so it's given on page number 298. The highlighted portion till from the impact of a tax refers to till you have to write it ultimately pays it before accordingly. Okay, these 4 to 5 lines are sufficient for the impact and incidence of tax. So the next comes the definition, the differences. So you have to use a colored sheet for writing the differences of direct tax and indirect taxes. So first of all, with the ruler, you make a column of 3 parts. First of all, you have to make direct and indirect, that is important. Then you have to make the side column of basis, and your heading will be difference between direct tax and indirect taxes. Okay, so try to make it neat and clean, as you are not writing on the ruled portion. It's a blank sheet, so for your convenience, you can underline with the pencils right now the way I have done to make give it a neat look, and then afterwards you can remove all these, right, by erasing it all. And this is given on page number 298. So you can find out differences, write only the 2 differences between them, what you think is important. So like I have written on page number 298, like over here after the impact I have written after that accordingly portion, like a direct tax is that tax whose burden is borne by the same person on whom it is levied. The impact and the incidence of a tax is on the same person. This is the first difference, and with the difference of the another of indirect tax is just the next portion, that highlighted portion of bears it till that. And you can join one more line is under 3 to 4 lines is that thus an indirect tax is that tax whose impact and incidence fall on different persons. Okay, so this will be the first difference, and the next comes the direct tax, those highlighted portions on page 298 and 299. Okay, so this is how we are done with the differences. Now we come on the another topic, that is public expenditure. So it's from your book only, and you have to write the definition of public expenditure, which is given on page number 304, the highlighted portion till social welfare. You can write. So we are done with the definition of public expenditure, and now we are going to page number 306, the importance of public expenditure and the effects of public expenditure. Okay, so the first effect of public expenditure on production, we have to write, it's from page 306. All the points you should cover, like from 1 to 6, you may cover all points are necessary to write. Like you can short them off if you think the first point is very big. You can write like the way I have written from them. That portion, that 4 lines I have written for the first point of effect of public expenditure on production. So the next I have written till the efficiency of the people. Okay, those 3-4 lines I have written, and the next till training I have written, and you can mark also in your book. That will be much more convenient to all. And the next fourth point I have written till the public sector. And fifth is not so big. You can write these two sentences, 2 to 3 sentences. And the next, the sixth point is I have written till the medical facilities, etc. Okay, you can even mark them in your books. So we are done with the first effect. So the next comes the effect of public expenditure on investment. It's also on page number 306, just below the point 6. And over here you can write all the points, as these are not so big. These are of okay size, and you can write them from point 1 to 4. All are important. So the next comes the effect of public expenditure on income distribution. So it's you have to write all the points, because there are only 2 points, and you can write everything whatever it's given, as it's important. So we are done with this, and now we come on the effect of public expenditure on economic growth. The next thing, it's also on page number 307, and you may write all the points, but in second one you can write only the first three lines till facilities, and for the fourth point you may write all the four lines till dispensaries, sorry, disparties. It's all upon you how you want to represent the way of your writing. Like the way I have done, like I have left one line after writing each effect. It's all upon you how you want to represent, like you don't want to leave or you want to leave. It's all upon you how you want to present your project. So the next we come on page number 308, and over here the last heading, public expenditure and economic stability. So over here you don't have to write the whole paragraph. Over here you have to write some of the lines, not everything. Whatever you think it's important according to you, you may write that, or you can just copy whatever I am writing over here. Like I have not written some of the lines, I have skipped in between as I just thought they are not important, as you should not write everything whatever it's given in your textbook. Try to reduce the matter what you are writing. So just writing this, under it you should try to get some space, as you have to start just from the next page is the public debt. Okay, so it's given on page number 308 only. The highlighted portion is the definition. The 3 lines you have to write. So the next we have to write the methods of debt redemption. So it's given on page number 311. Over here is like you can start your first point as refunding, not that first point which is given in your book. You may replace that second point as the first, second as the third, and that continues. Okay, till that you have to write all the 9 points, as you have to write 8 points in your projects. Okay, it's not important that you have to write the whole paragraph whatever it's given. Whatever you think it's important, that you may write. Like you are writing the methods, like you are writing the first word refunding. It's upon you how you have to write. Like you have to make an arrow, you want to underline that particular word. It's upon you. While writing the methods, keep in mind that after the 8th point you have to write the definition of deficit financing just under the methods. Okay, you just don't get on the next page to write the definition, as it's better you write just under the method portion, like the way I have written over here. Like I have finished the export surplus, the last point, and over here you may leave 2 to 3 lines, and then you have to write the deficit financing meaning, which is given on page number 312. Over here there are 3 to 4 lines, the highlighted portion you have to write. So it's done. Now we come on the next page. The next topic is government budget. So over here you have to write the definition, which is given on page number 321. The highlighted portion from the budget of the company till the 31st March. And now we come on page number 329, the types of budget deficit. Over here you have to write the revenue deficit. Okay, so just keep in mind, on the blank side of your project sheet, just the left portion of this government budget, over there you have to make this table, which is given on page number 329, the measures of government deficit, and try to make it with a pencil and label it also. Okay, and after that you have to write the deficit revenue deficit definition, highlighted portion. Then you have to write this formula given, and then you have to write the implications, and you have to write all the implications, first, second and third till economy. Till there you have to write your points of implications. The third point for revenue deficit is given on page number 330, and those 4 lines you have to write. So we are done with this, and now we come on the fiscal deficit. First of all, you have to write the definition. Then just under that there is a box, you have to write that formula, and then just on the right hand the implications you have to write. That you can see the first implication is a little big, so you can cut short it. Like I have written, leaving the first 5 lines, and I have written from it indicates the extent till the RBI and external borrowings. Leaving the last line till that portion, that's the first implication of fiscal deficit. Okay, that's actually, it's very big. You may cut down that portion. And for the second one, I have written it from the second line, that is from government has till the debt trap on page number 331 till debt trap I have written for the second point. And for third and fourth, it's very small, like only 2 to 3 lines, and that's very convenient to write. So now we come on the primary deficit, and over there first of all you have to write the definition, the highlighted portion, and then you come on page number 332. After this you have to write that blue box again, the formula, and over here you have to write this formula, and after that you have to write that, leaving that one in the revised budget estimate, leave that paragraph, and just under that there is a box from from primary deficit indicates the real position till you may write it from the last point, the conducting its final affairs. Okay, this is the last paragraph you have to write for the primary deficit. Okay, so we have completed the 3 points which are given under government budget. So this is the end of your project. Like after writing this, no more things you have to write. Okay, so now I'm going to tell you, this is the title, this is the first page, second portion, and this is the impact one, the differences one, and the public expenditure, the effects and other effects. I'm trying to give you the overview how your project will look, and public debt, all the methods, and government budget, all the. So I hope you must all have understood how to make your project, and thank you so much for watching my video. Please do like, share, comment and subscribe to my channel.